Okay, this is the starting screen that we have for Atlas. You see that the first difference, that if you are familiar with our other products from us, is the IP address. This IP address 169.254.23202.242 is the default IP address for the Atlas controller. So it means it's not using the 1.201 that is default in our other controllers. So this is one important thing. The default password is admin. And when we open the first time, you see that we have a setup with that. Here I can select my default language. We support most European languages. If there's one language that is missing that you need, you can get in contact with us and we can provide the translation files. Here is the point that we select if this controller is going to be a primary or secondary controller. In this case, it will be a primary controller. It will be a secondary, it's selected here, and then I can add it to the primary. Here I set the name. It's Atlas 116, for example. Here we can select different modes if we only want to check in the in, or only if you're going to check only in, if you're going to check in and out. If we are going to use the second reader as a master point or as an enrollment point, we can select it here. In this case, we are only going to control the in. Here we select the time zone, that is correct. And here I can change the password, okay? It's not recommended to keep admin or simple passwords like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I will keep admin because it's a testing controller, so I will reset it later. Here we can change the network settings. Okay, it's important that we change for each of the controllers that we have in our system need to have a different IP address. In this case, I will keep the same. Here I have a summary of all the configuration and I complete the setup. After this, the controller will restart, so it will take some seconds and the controller will be online again. Okay, controller is online again. Here you see that it's asking me to register my product. Okay, this is not, it's recommended, but it's not necessary. We can just click on register later, but it's recommended. It's recommended especially because I can lose my administration password. And the only way to get back my administration password is with the email address that I give during this registration. So this is a good way if I lose my administration password to get back my administration password, to reset it. It's also necessary to make a registration if you want to make in the future, if you want to make an upgrade of the license. But as I told you, it's not necessary. You can just click on do it later. It will remind you that it's not registered, but it can work normally without registration. Yeah, you're asking me if there's a tool to detect the panels that are in the network. Yes, I will show it now. Here you see the different menus that we have. In the menu, we can see we can change the language here. Okay, you can see we can change the language here if it's necessary. In about, we can see that this is a brand new controller. So we have the license that we have by default is that we can support up to 24 doors and we can add one mobile application. If we want to upgrade our license, we can do it here. We will send to you one file to update the license and you can add here the license file.